How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel for a Star Wars news video. Now, as we were all hoping that we'd be getting some Star Wars gaming news for May the 4th, we actually have. So we're going to cover all of that today, as there is a little bit of everything going on. Now, considering Battlefront 2 has come to an end, do expect more videos like these ones where I round up the news on Star Wars games. I'll be following the releases of the new LEGO Star Wars game, Fallen Order 2, Project Maverick, as well as anything else that may arise. So be sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you can stay up to date with all things Star Wars games. And also, before we dive into it, it is worth mentioning I will have a review/video essay coming up on the Clone Wars Season 7 on my second channel tomorrow, so make sure you keep an eye out for that. The Clone Wars finale was amazing. There's just no other words for it. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into this. So obviously, May the 4th was going to bring about something for Star Wars games, and it did for sure. So to start off with, we have some LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga news. We got brand new banner art which reveals more of what we're going to see in the game, including a ton of characters, Coruscant, the Battle of Hoth and Geonosis. So a bunch of pretty cool stuff. Now there's also a new description which gives us some details on what to expect in the game itself as well. It says here, the galaxy is yours with LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Play through all 9 Star Wars Saga films in a brand new LEGO video game unlike any other. Experience fun-filled adventures, whimsical humor, and the freedom to fully immerse yourself in the Star Wars universe like never before. For the first time ever in a LEGO video game, explore the galaxy your way as you fly to some of the saga's most legendary locales. You can start your journey with Star Wars The Phantom Menace for some pod racing on Tatooine, or choose to launch right into Rey's adventures in Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Players have the freedom to seamlessly travel to any planet in any order at any time. So it looks like we're going to see just about everything in this game, including the major battles in Star Wars like the Battle of Geonosis and the Battle of Hoth and what have you. So I must say, I am actually kind of hyped for LEGO Star Wars. I have to admit, I wasn't really all that into it before, but given this reveal and some of the details regarding what the game is actually going to entail, I must say, I am in. So do expect some coverage of the game on this channel. I wasn't originally going to cover it that much, but the game certainly had my curiosity, but now it definitely has my attention. Now that's obviously not all of the news we have for this video. We have a free update coming for Jedi Fallen Order that actually has a little bit of content in it. I have to say, this is just about the last thing that I expected to see for May the 4th, I'm not gonna lie. Now this update will be free and you will be allowed to replay the game with unlocked cosmetics and a really cool new feature added to the game as well. So now when you meditate, you will actually be able to do a bunch of challenges in all sorts of locations from the game. The ones we know of so far is Bracca, the scrap planet from the beginning of the game, the Tomb of Mictrol, which I believe is on Zepho. I haven't played the game in a while. Now also there is the Venator Crash, which is going to be awesome to go back to. There is also Ilum, which was from one of the cooler missions in the game where you find your own Kyber crystal. And there's also another tomb on Zepho that we can go to as well. And thankfully, we have the Fortress Inquisitorius to go back to as well. Like, that was an amazing location that you could only go to during the final mission of the game. So you will be able to revisit that now. And if that wasn't enough, we also got Dathomir, the Shadowlands on Kashyyyk, the Wishok Den on Kashyyyk, the Bogano Vault, and the Tomb of Ilram on Zepho. Now that's just the ones that are listed in the trailer. I would not be surprised if there are more, which is pretty awesome to see. Now you can also craft your own challenges here, which looks like it's actually going to be really creative. From this screenshot, it looks like you can spawn up to 20 versions of the main characters in the game. You've got Jaro Tapal, Cal Kestis himself, so I guess you can fight 20 of yourself if you want to, Taron Malicos, Trilla Saduri, and the Ninth Sister. And of course, a widespread array of enemies varying from troopers to alien species to ATSTs. Now it looks like you can also team up with these characters if you want. As you can see here, Cal is teaming up with Jaro Tapal against an albino Wishok, so that is actually pretty awesome. It's cool to see that, Respawn have still been working on Jedi Fallen Order. And I have to say, I don't want to get anyone's hopes up, but that does open up new possibilities for the future of the game. But that is not all, believe it or not. There are also brand new cosmetics coming to the game, which is pretty good to see. But most importantly, there is a new appearance and lightsaber color, which is going to be Cal's Inquisitor appearance. This is really cool. This is something that I've wanted to see since the game came out. Now this comes from Cal's vision in the game, and now we can just use it at our free will. Which, like I said, is just insane. Now, there is a new journey option in the menu called Journey Plus. This time it allows you to play through the game with all of your prior cosmetics unlocked, which is going to be good to try out. It was annoying playing through the game again and not having my delicious poncho collection ready for Cal, so all in all, this looks like a really good update for Jedi Fallen Order, and it's definitely a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. You guys know that I love this game. I think it's one of the best Star Wars games ever made and has a case of being the best. I know that might be unpopular, but I believe it's true. So I'm really happy with this update. Now, this update is actually live now, so be sure to go update your game and go give all this a try. Now, moving on to some Battlefront 2 news quickly, this has been some of the stuff from over the past few days. Now, to start off with, Ahsoka has actually been talked about by some of the developers, and from what it looks like, if the game did continue its live service, then we probably would have seen Ahsoka come to the game at some point. So that's kind of a kick in the balls considering how hyped everyone was for the chance of Ahsoka coming to the game. And considering how the Clone Wars Season 7 wrapped up, I'm pretty sure that every human on Earth loves Ahsoka right now. So yeah, this is all kind of a sour note, but also DICE are looking at adjusting the Maul skin challenge. Obviously, at the moment it's at 5,000 kills, and that's a little bit absurd. I do like that it's big, but you know, a lot of people don't. So that does look like it's going to be getting changed in the near future. So for those of you who wanted to unlock the robotic legs Darth Maul, it looks like you may be able to do it sooner rather than later. Now, moving on, and this isn't Star Wars gaming related or anything, but I mean, we all love to talk about the Star Wars movies, so it has been announced that Taika Waititi will be developing and co-writing a new Star Wars feature film for theatrical release. So this isn't for Disney Plus or anything like that, it's a full-on film that will release in theaters. Now, it doesn't seem to have a date announced for the release of the film, but I'm sure that's going to be in a few years' time no matter what way we look at it. Now, also, Krysty Wilson-Cairns will co-write the screenplay with Taika Waititi, and I kind of low-key wish that Taika Waititi just got to write his own screenplay, as he is just that kind of director. When it's just him doing everything, you know, because it feels very Taika Waititi-ish. I know that's a terrible way to explain it, but I'm sure you know what I mean. Now, for those of you who somehow don't know, Taika Waititi is known for basically revitalizing Thor in the MCU with Thor Ragnarok. And he also worked on Infinity War and Endgame, and he also worked on The Mandalorian and directed arguably the best episode. But that's not all, he also won an Academy Award for Best Adapted Screenplay for Jojo Rabbit a few months ago, and everything I just said was in the last 3 years. This guy is the real deal. Star Wars, in my opinion, could not be in safer hands, and I can't wait to see what he brings to Star Wars. I know that Star Wars fans just love to hate everything Star Wars, but I think they'll find it a little harder to hate some Taika Waititi controlled Star Wars, so you know, this is great news and I can't wait to see how this all unfolds. Like I said, I know it's not Star Wars gaming news and I'm a Star Wars gaming channel, but this news was just too cool and I had to talk about it. So that is the general news roundup for May the 4th for Star Wars games and a little bit of Star Wars movies. A ton of Star Wars gaming news was there, nothing too crazy like Battlefront 3 confirmed or anything like that, or I'm sure a certain YouTuber will tell you that Battlefront 3 got confirmed today, don't listen to him. But anyway, I have to say, considering I went in with low expectations, the fact that we got a new look at LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, a content update for Jedi Fallen Order, as well as a Taika Waititi-led Star Wars film, I would say May the 4th has been a big success, and it certainly got me keen for things to come. Like I said, guys, I am going to have to expand the channel beyond Battlefront 2, and that will mean other Star Wars games, but I will keep things within Star Wars games specifically. So, like I said before, if you do want to stay up to date with all things Star Wars gaming, then be sure to subscribe to the channel with those notifications on, and comment below what you want me to do with the channel in terms of making videos on specific games. Whether it's rankings, live streams, whatever it may be, everything is totally up for debate here, as Battlefront 2's cancellation has kind of forced a whole lot of changes going forward. So let's just see how this all unfolds. Now, if you guys did go on to enjoy this video, then be sure to drop a like, and remember to keep an eye out on my second channel for my Clone Wars Season 7 video that I'll be putting up over there tomorrow. So until next time, thank you all for watching, and may the 4th be with you.